Mike here, back with another one. Another maintenance video, man. So I realized I haven't really shown any oil changes on any of my bikes, really. So you know what, might as well just do one for my Honda Cbr since that's the next one I have to do. Yeah, so I'm just thinking, I'm like, what do I have to do after this one? I don't know, probably a VFR next or this. I just actually went out on this one just now, trying to practice some wheelies. Took a video, but it didn't go that great. So let's just focus on this. But anyway, guys, I've done pretty much all my oil changes on this bike. I've always used GN for Honda oil, and I use a mix. I use 75% 10W40 and 25% 20W50. Since I live here in Florida, you know, it's hot usually all year round. I mean, I just went out to ride, like I said on that, and it was 85 degrees today. So, you know, December 8th. But I'm gonna show you guys how I do my oil changes. It's probably similar to everybody else's, you know. I usually, for like bikes that don't have sight glasses, like that bike over there, but it has a dipstick. But I usually, I used to measure out the oil and then put it in there, but since I have sight glasses, I usually know what to do as far as filling it up, having the oil filter on, let it run, seeing what the level is, and then topping it off after that. But this oil change is probably gonna be the easiest this time because of my full exhaust. So let me show you guys where the bolt is. The drain bolt is right up, here, let me show you. Right up under, man, it's like the fairing is blocking it, but right there, that's the drain bolt. And the oil filter is right there. Now it's gonna be a lot better this time because of the full exhaust. Before, the stock exhaust, it comes a little bit further in up under here, so I usually would put a piece of cardboard so the oil wouldn't get on the exhaust. I'm still gonna do that because it's still over it a little bit, but not that much. So I'm all ready to go. I'm gonna, I think it's a 17 millimeter. So I'm gonna crack that open, let it drain. Obviously, you know, you gotta open this one up too, so you know it can drain out a lot faster. And then show you guys how I fill it up. It's not gonna be a long video. I got some stuff to do with my R6 in a little bit, but for now, we're gonna get this thing done. So yeah, here's a better look of it. So, all right, I'm gonna get down there and crack that bolt open. So guys, I kind of got it all wrong. I don't know, I mixed up between the bikes, but it's really a 12 millimeter on it. So yeah, I don't know how I forgot that, but it's definitely a 12 millimeter. I just cracked it. So I'm gonna crack the bolt. So I'm gonna pretty much take it out now. But yeah, I don't know how I forgot that. That's kind of strange. Make sure you always have some shop towels, man. I have so many rolls of it. It's just ridiculous. And also, you probably want to run the bike too a little bit, just because. I've never taken this fairing off while I've done it. This fairing, I've always kept it on, so that's what I'm gonna do. Just make sure that it doesn't shoot out all over the place. And if you've changed any oil before, you know how this goes. You know, there we go. So there's the oil. Is it bad? No, it doesn't look that bad. So it's been about 2,500, like 2,600 miles, something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna let it drain out. I got the cover on the other, or the cap, oil cap off on the other side, so it should drain a lot better. Then I'm gonna pop off the oil filter, prep the new oil filter, and get that on. So let me get that ready. So before I do the oil filter, I always let it drain out all the way, put the bolt back in, and then I go to the filter and take it off after that. So, you know, if you only have one pan like I do. But yeah, man, it's I need to take a trip to AutoZone, man, or Advanced Auto Parts to, I got a lot of oil in my garage, man. So All right, so that's about done. And I'll get started on taking the filter out. Now the filter should only be like hand tightened. So I should be able to just turn it, or, you know, I have a oil filter remover, because I pretty much do all my oil changes on my vehicles and stuff like that. So, all right, we'll get it done. So real quick, I actually forgot to lift it up in the front too, because since I had the back lifted up, you know, all the oil couldn't come out fully. So I lift it up in the front and have some of the oil. Actually, sometimes I would put this down and just have it tilted like that way so the oil can just come out. But, you know, little tips and tricks you guys can, I've watched other YouTube videos, I'm probably sure you saw them too, where, you know, you learn different things to change oil. But yeah, for those who need the Honda filter, there it is. You can just go on Amazon, look up Honda Cbr500r filter. My filter there, I just loosened it with, I put two hands, one hand from here, and then I went from underneath, and pretty much that was it. I didn't have a piece of cardboard, so I'm just gonna unscrew it, but you'll see what I mean by oil dripping. If the exhaust came in a little bit further, like the stock one, it'd be dripping onto it. So that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. You know, if you know how to do an oil change in a car, then you can do one on the motorcycle, that's for sure. So here's the old filter, and we're gonna pop on the new one, and then I'll come back while I'm putting in oil. So pretty simple, right? Oh, and I'm pretty sure you guys know this, that you gotta prep the filter. Make sure you put a dab of oil along the ring so it doesn't seize to the actual, you wanna wipe up and clean up stuff too, you know, before you put it up. Put it back together, make sure it's all clean and nice. And yeah, usually like in a car, I was taught to pre-fill the oil filter, but it's like, I don't want to say that's a myth. It's like you can do it or you don't have to do it, either way. But when I do a car, I tend to still do it. When I do a bike, obviously, or if the filter's this way, I don't do it. But in most cases, like both of my cars, they go up like that. So I just pour some oil in it, fill it, and then, you know, that's just what I do. But for the bike, I don't do that. I just put it on there. So we'll pop it on now. Okay guys, so I usually fill it up to the upper part of the line. Sometimes I'll go a little higher. And I'm gonna start it up, let it run a little bit. Then I'm gonna see where it settles at. And then, you know, I'm gonna fill it up again. So let me go open my garage real quick. Shout out to my homie Mo, who always reminds me. But I tend to have either that garage or that garage open. You guys just don't really see it. So let me get it open and then we'll start it up. All right, let me show you guys. I let it run a little bit. And you see where the level was before. Now you see where it is now. It's on the lower end. So I'm just gonna top it off. And usually when I fill it up a little bit more, it probably comes up to maybe like right here. And then I still gotta top it off a little bit more. But you always wanna let it sit for a little bit. Let the oil come back so you can see what the proper level is, and then top it off. And then that's pretty much it, and you'll be done. So yeah, man, finally got the oil change done on the CBR. It's all done. So my next one will probably be, I don't know, 7,000 miles. I'm at 45 right now. Let me see how much I'm at so I can document it real quick. 4512. So that's the miles I got on it now. I'll probably do one. I say 7, but it'll probably be like 6,500. But I'll probably stretch it to 7. You know, you don't want to be super redundant with oil changes. But all right, guys, I'm done, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.